And welcome back, YouTube. I wasted way more time at Walmart than I planned on. Wow, I can't believe it's already 8:10 in the morning. Still Wednesday morning, February 8th, 2023, and wow, it's after 8. And worried about Walmart not being open early enough for me to do the stuff that I want to do. Come to find out, this Walmart opens at 6. Seems like it didn't used to open that early, but I don't know. I never come here for groceries. I probably could save a little money if I did come here for groceries, but I prefer to get my groceries over at Fry's. That said, they're still in the trunk. It's cold enough out. I'm not too worried about it. I think I only had one refrigerated item anyway, and it's plenty cold out, so I'm not too worried about that. So the hardware section at this Walmart is highly disappointing, and my guess is they're just not really trying to compete with the Home Depot next door, which is where I'm headed right now. I feel so weird. Usually when I go to a strip mall, ooh, a spin bike. I don't know if y'all saw that. Oh, I got an update on what's up with spin, but I'll get to that later. Mostly scooters, but yeah, they still got those bikes, and I don't really know if those are electric bikes or if they're electric assist bikes. But they do have service in this neighborhood, which I think I mentioned. Yeah, I finally downloaded the app and checked it out, and that was pretty neat. Have yet to try riding one, but I want to. Anyway, I don't like to do the thing where I drive down the strip mall from a parking spot to another parking spot, but yeah, it's just far enough. It just seemed like probably the best thing to do. And I want to go out the other side from here. I'm not sure what time this Home Depot opens. But they're open now. I checked Google Maps before I decided not to select from the really poor selection of finishing nails at Walmart. I just didn't see any that are as small as what I want for the little project I've got with restoring my wow, nice parking job. Restoring my Napa Valley cassette case. They didn't have really much in the way of sandpaper either. Just two options for sandpaper. One was like a little multi-pack of like stuff that's way coarser than what I already have. Now they had a multi-pack with two type that seemed more fine than the sandpaper I have, but they didn't have any kind of like sandpaper holder for I don't even know what the hell you call it. I've seen them at Ace Hardware, and I used to have one where it's like a kind of a curved rubber thing. You just cut the sandpaper and fold it into it, and it gives you a nice curved, solid kind of edge to work with. Because I'm just not getting it done as nicely as I'd like it to be with my hands. But yeah, I ended up going with another option that I didn't even know was an option. They have these things called sanding sponges. They had a 4-pack for like $5 with two different coarseness. So I don't know. I think that might be a good thing to try. And $5, not a lot of money. I'll give that a shot. See if I like that better than trying to mess with sandpaper. Of course, now I'm going in Home Depot, and I could totally probably get the sandpaper holder that I want. But sandpaper is handled. Just got to get the finishing nails and some kind of decent hardware for attaching those to the wall. But yeah, the selection inside Walmart was really not much. I didn't see anything. Everything I saw just seemed big enough that I was worried might split the wood sides as I put the backing back into it on that cassette case. And yeah, that wood's in good shape. I don't want to damage it, so hopefully I can find something a little more suitable here at Home Depot. Of course, now I'm going to go into a store that's huge that I really don't like going into and probably have a hard time trying to find what I'm looking for. But hopefully it doesn't waste too much time because I'm eager to get home. It's really approaching my bedtime. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is what I wasted most of my time on at Walmart, which is why I try not to go to Walmart. They've got records at Walmart, and they had the Stone Temple Pilots on a Walmart exclusive red splatter vinyl, their first album, Core, and it was not that expensive, $20.97. I couldn't not get that. I just couldn't. Yeah, had to get that. They also had purple as well, although it kind of frustrated me that it wasn't on purple vinyl. I actually bought Stone Temple Pilots purple on purple vinyl the month it came out as a new release. I can't even imagine what that pressing sells for, but I would imagine that pressing secondhand goes for a lot of money now. Anyway, I think it was the same price for purple. I'm not trying to spend that much money on vinyl right now, so decided that was the only copy of Core they had in stock. They had 2 copies of purple in stock, but it's not purple. I forget what color it was. I want to say like blue splatter vinyl or something. If I'm gonna get colored vinyl for Stone Temple Pilots purple, damn it, I want it to be purple. Okay, so I just got to come by here over to the Walgreens because cops rolling through. Good times. Wow, and like totally aggressively tailgating that vehicle in front of them too. I wonder what's up with that. Yeah, they still got the William Tell Overture playing over here. The Walgreens. That cop is really aggressively tailing that guy. Oh, we got day laborers hanging out here, of course. Apparently this is the place to go to rent a Mexican for the day. Curious what this cop is up to. Yeah, he's pretty aggressively following that guy. Maybe he wasn't aggressively following that guy as much as just trying to get to Home Depot in a hurry, because there's another cop there now. Truck's getting ready to back out. I know that white truck's getting ready to back out. I won't be behind him. Oh, I like to be in my bedroom and done for the day by the time it gets this busy out here. I think that lady is selling burritos. Whoops, flashlight on the ground. Cop. I think that cop saw that I got him on video dropping his flashlight. I don't know what's going on with him, but apparently there's something going down. That has the cops at Home Depot. Anyway, I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna get me some finishing nails. I'm determined to finish that cassette wall and cassette case project today. Wow, it's 8:32. It's way past my bedtime. Never came out through that thing. I think that's the contractor exit. People over here picking up building materials and stuff. Oh shit. Okay, there it is. Alright, got a compensator pickup coming through, missing a headlight. Oh, Jesus. So I didn't see any nails as small as what I'm looking for. Maybe they had them, maybe they didn't. I did ask one guy to help me look for stuff, and he couldn't find anything as small as what I was looking for. I should have known for this sort of thing I needed to go to Ace Hardware. But hey, I've stayed awake late enough into the morning that Ace is open. Of course, now the decision is, do I go to the one over on 24th Street and Oak, which is smaller and doesn't have as much of a selection, or do I go to the larger one up on 32nd Street and Indian School, which makes for a longer drive home. Decisions. Quit dinging, car. Can't believe what a bad parking job that guy in front of me did there. You know, I'd say maybe it was trying to protect his car, but look at the back end. It's all smashed. I almost wonder if that happened since he's been parked there. All right. Day laborers right here, looking for work. That guy's still there looking, I don't know. Is he looking suspicious? Does he look like he's looking for work? It's hard to say. Cracks me up. They've got that loop with the William Tell Overture now running 24/7. Right. This is so past my bedtime right now. Yeah, I'm gonna head up to the one on Indian School. Home Depot didn't have what I was looking for, and I figure there's a notably larger selection of that kind of stuff over at the Ace at 24th Street and 32nd Street, or sorry, 32nd Street and Indian School. I do like the little store over there at 24th Street and Oak, and certainly that puts me closer to home. But yeah, I figure I need as many options as I can get. Both of those stores have really helpful hardware people, you know, and I should know by now that for any time I'm going for something of this nature, like small, particular hard, you know, bits of hardware where I'm trying to be picky about it, the place to go is Ace, because it's not going to be a notable price difference. Even if it is more expensive at Ace, I can buy in such small quantities at Ace that it's chump change anyway. You know, it's the money isn't the issue here. The most valuable thing being wasted right now isn't my money, it's my time and my gas driving around. And Home Depot usually just not that helpful, not for that kind of stuff. Certainly not compared to Ace, where there's somebody that, like, just every time I go to Ace and I'm looking for that kind of stuff, there's usually somebody working there that just knows their selection inside and out, and will actually walk with me and help me find what ends up being like $2 and change worth of hardware. So probably gonna end up spending more because I need to get those finishing nails all the way around. Actually, what was originally holding that wooden place was some little, I don't know if they call it a staple or what, but like I don't know, kind of like a staple. And I don't know if it came out of a machine or what. I don't know. I'm just so worried about getting too thick of a nail or too long of a nail and trying to hammer it into those narrow pieces of wood on the outside of that cassette case. And I mean, that wood is super old. That thing's from the 1980s. So I'm worried about hammering that in and just splitting and destroying that wood. Last time I checked, those cases were going for around $50 on eBay, if you're lucky enough to find one. So So yeah, I don't really want to mess that one that I'm working on up. So I ended up getting nothing at Home Depot. Took me a little bit to find the nail aisle, and much bigger selection than what was at Walmart. But still, I just didn't see anything really small. Like pretty much everything they had seemed to be geared towards construction and not particularly like hobby. I'm more towards hobby than construction at this point with what I'm trying to do. So it just didn't really seem to have anything like that. So I expect Ace probably will. And I'm not particularly even in the neighborhood, so it's not like, I mean, yeah, this is, farther from home. This one I'm heading to is farther from home than the one at 24th and Oak, but I'm not leaving the neighborhood, not that big of a deal. Maybe I can get something, I don't know, part of me wants to get something to eat while I'm over here, but I'm trying to kind of save money on food right now, and I did get groceries, got groceries in the trunk, so. Got a 24-pack of Mountain Dew. I'm just tired of paying $1.25 per plastic bottle of Mountain Dew at work. Or trying to spend 80 cents on a can of Mountain Dew and then having the damn machine steal my dollar. It's not the first time that machine's stolen my money. I'm kind of done with that. Feeling good about buying the record. I just, I wasn't even gonna look at the records, and then every time I go to Walmart, it just sucks me in. Oh, they got the same kind of weird attached speed bumps here, like they do at Amazon. These are new. They didn't used to have these here. And there's Ace. Howard's Ace. I gotta wedge myself between two oversized pickups. Lovely. 30-minute parking. Yeah. Hopefully it, I can't imagine this taking me more than 30 minutes. It'd really suck if it does. Well, I'm certainly having an interesting morning. It's still Wednesday morning, 9:05 a.m. Wow, it's after 9 a.m. I should go deal with the post office. As much as I don't want to deal with the post office, it's on the way home, and I should go deal with the post office to find out if I'm going to be able to get my damn mail. Because that's really a bigger deal than putting this cassette piece together and redoing my cassette wall. But hey, mission accomplished. Got these little doodads here, which should secure them to the wall nicely. And these itty bitty teeny tiny nails. Putting that back piece on. Spurged a whopping $8 on that. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. Pretty excited. Oh my goodness, sun right in my face. Yikes. Yeah, pretty excited about having that wall. Have enough space for all the tapes that I got to go on it, and getting that CD case to where it's above the floorboard. And just generally making my hall look nicer. Judging from the amount of cassettes that are out of place in that general area right now, apparently this is something I've been working on for a while. And hopefully get it done. So I should have some hang time to do it. So I'm not going to be working Thursday. I don't know if I mentioned it on any of the vlogs this week, but they called MET, which is what's called mandatory extra time, basically mandatory overtime. Yeah, it's mandatory if you're a full-time person with Amazon. They can force you to work overtime. I mean, they can't force it. You can always just not show up. And if you got the UPT, not a big deal. But these days, I'm trying to get as much overtime as I can. So I want the MET. And as it was when they were calling MET before, so far they've canceled at least one night, maybe 2 nights of MET. I don't know if they're going to cancel my MET night. My MET night is Thursday night, which previously I was having conflicts with that in Bullocks. Not like that's a problem anymore. Yeah, I took care of the Bullocks problem, but contemplating going across on Osborne so I can turn right onto Thomas and then turn right into the post office, but Osborne ends at 36th Street, so I may as well just go on down to Thomas. Of course, I could go across on Earl. I forget exactly what block the post office is on, though. You think I would know that off the top of my head, but can't remember if it's between 39th and 40th or if it's between 38th and 39th. I know it's right about there. Anyway, so yeah, I know they've canceled a couple of nights of MET. I'm not about losing my overtime shift. So a trick that I learned when I was trying to not work Thursday nights, and I kept getting scheduled for MET nights on Thursdays, I started shift swapping using the shift swap feature in the Amazon A to Z HR app. And it wasn't about trying to get extra days, it was just about they always scheduled me for my overtime shift on Thursday. I couldn't work Thursday, I had to be doing my karaoke show at Bullocks on Thursday, so I would shift swap it. But then I found that other people that were looking forward to working on Thursday were pissed off because they would cancel Thursday. Like the people would plan on coming in, they're like, okay, I'm working Thursday night, getting an extra night, getting some overtime money. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday, they'd send out a text message saying that Thursday night MET was canceled. Oh wow, that guy just totally darted in front of the cars with the left turn arrow. Anyway, I noticed when some of the people that were on the same MET schedule as me were getting frustrated that they thought they were going to have overtime and then didn't have overtime, it would get canceled at the last moment. And of course they would end up missing out on other MET shifts because there might be MET offered, but then they couldn't pick those, they didn't pick those shifts up because it's like, well, I'm already going to get some overtime on Thursday, and then on Wednesday, Thursday would get canceled. Or maybe on Tuesday, Thursday would get canceled. And I noticed that when I would shift swap those shifts for a Friday or Saturday, my Fridays or Saturdays didn't get canceled. Even if MET for that Friday or Saturday got canceled, if there were text messages sent out saying MET for those nights were canceled, somehow doing a shift swap on an MET shift changes it in the system from an MET night, which can be canceled, to a shift swap shift, which cannot. So, yeah, as soon as my Thursday MET night showed up on my schedule a few days ago, I want to say Sunday night, I put it in, yeah, beginning of my shift Sunday night, I put it in for shift swap, and at lunch, or as I was sitting down to eat lunch, it got approved and switched to Saturday night. So I'm on the schedule for Saturday night. I've been watching for some more overtime shifts, and I haven't seen any offered at all this week. which I got a feeling that's probably not going to happen since they called MET and then they've been canceling MET. So at least I got one overtime night for sure on Saturday, which leaves me with Thursday night off and Friday night off. So between those 2 nights, I should get this cassette project done, and maybe go have a nice night of karaoke at Wander Inn, or maybe somewhere else. I'm really jonesing to go out and sing. I miss singing on the regular. Hardly ever get to do that. In fact, it seems like it's been about, I don't know, 3 weeks since I went for like an hour and a half over at Osbar and sang. And the sound system at Osbar is always a little disappointing. So anyway, I'm at the post office. I'm worried this is going to be super awkward, but I need to deal with this. So wish me luck. Things like this just always make me super nervous. But at least I'm getting here at 9, and I think they open at 9, so hopefully beat the rush of people here. Well, that was amusing and awkward, but I got to talk to a really sweet older woman postal worker, and she was an absolute sweetheart, so that was pleasant. 9:22 in the morning. It is so past my bedtime. Like, there's this bright thing up in the sky, and it just, when I look at it, it hurts my eyes. I don't know, I haven't seen it in a long time, and I remembered that thing, and I remember I don't like that thing, so I need to get back into my dark room where I don't have to look at that thing. So she checked in the back. They're not holding any mail for me, so whatever mail got grabbed out of my mailbox all got returned to sender. And the only thing I'm particularly bummed about, well, actually 2 things. I've got a subscription to this like postcard records, and God knows how many of those got returned to them. And maybe I can write a letter to them. I don't know even how else to contact that subscription. So that's a bummer. I do like those, even though I haven't been able to play them because the grooves are inside where the auto return is on my turntables. But I've been collecting them. At some point, I hope to have something that'll play them. And so yeah, those are kind of a bummer, knowing that some of those I'm not going to have because I'm paying for those. And when I did my Walmart.com order for live throwing copper on vinyl, it wasn't quite enough to qualify for free shipping, so I got a couple of small items, just inexpensive items to go with it. And one of the things that I really wanted, kind of felt I wanted it in a hurry, but then by the time it showed up in my mailbox, I couldn't be bothered to go to the mailbox to get the damn thing. But I ordered, I want to say a 6-foot. Look, there's another one of those spin bicycles right there on the corner. I ordered another one of those. I ordered I want to say 6-foot Toslink cable. I don't know. I'm sure I can go on Walmart.com and find out about it. But yeah, I ordered this Toslink optical video cable, which I wanted to use to connect my new Laserdisc player. The one I bought from the people I bought the huge Laserdisc collection from, up to my receiver from the optical digital audio out with it. And yeah, that was in my mailbox. I got delivery confirmation from, that was a few weeks ago. I got delivery confirmation from Walmart that got delivered. The rest of the junk mail I can care less about. I mean, I do like getting my credit card statements and my bank statements, you know, but for the most part, they pile up for a while before I actually look at them. But yeah, that's all anything I can think of. The only thing I can really think of that I'm bummed about is the postcard records and the Toslink cable. And hopefully I can contact Walmart and contact the record subscription and get those replaced. So what the postal worker gave me after she checked and verified that I didn't have any mail holding there, She's like, yeah, your mailman is probably absolutely convinced you don't live there anymore because you went so long without emptying it. And I told her it's probably been about 3 months, and she's like, oh my God, that's a ridiculously long time not to check your mail. And I kind of explained to her what my work schedule is. She's like, yeah, it makes sense. You get home, you're tired, you wake up, it's like, yeah, you know, and I haven't made it to the post office because, well, I'm not, you know, I get home from work at 6 in the morning. It's you know, bedtime is between 7 and 8, and y'all don't open till 9. So, but yeah, what she gave me is a new resident card to put in my mailbox. So, which seems absolutely silly for a place that I've lived for 6 years. But at this point, my mailman is convinced I don't live there anymore. So she said that's the best way to get the message, the official form to get the message to him that is where you live and that is where you receive your mail. So I can't believe I neglected my mail to the point I let that happen. I just feel silly about it, but would have been a lot happier if they had a bucket of mail sitting there waiting for me, which has happened before, but I guess I just waited too long for that. And I'm sure he put a little note in there. He probably stuck a note on my door telling me to come pick it up or whatever. I don't know. But that's what happens when I don't go to my front door very often. Come out my front door very often. Need to be more diligent about that stuff. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me on the ride of running all these random errands on a Wednesday morning. Not going to work on any of my projects. I'm just going to put my groceries away and get my ass in bed. Oh, except for the mailbox card. That's going directly in the mailbox before it just gets sat somewhere and I completely forget about it. Looks like the riffraff decided they didn't want to come back for that show. Anyway, I was going to talk about Spin's expanded coverage area, but that's just going to have to be a topic for another time because I've wasted way too much on this video. Anyway, if you watched it all, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy listening to me talk to myself.